Happy Friday, crypto fans. As a bad job report starts pumping the market, we're going to talk about why. And a third of U.S. states are exploring BTC in crypto for public funds. Stablecoins goes bonkers, ESPN get hacked, and XRP price talk at the end.
I say lots of naughty things, so here's your warning.
Oh, that's right. We're seeing some green up on the screen. But before we get into the juicy crypto news and why a bad jobs report is good for crypto, your comments come first. Hot, spicy, naughty, relevant. Maybe I'll share it at the beginning of the next video. They call me Krager says, how can you be on vacation if you're working every day? It sounds more like a business trip. I love to work. And to be honest with you, I love doing YouTube. Can't you tell the excitement is here every day? They say if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life. I thought that was BS until I started doing this stuff and hanging out with y'all. Oh, Killer West Wolf Gaming says, while I'm unsubbing to hype channels, this one is the best. Not kissing your ass, no BS news about crypto is a gem on YouTube. Thank you for your work, and it's amazing. Oh, and you mean no more thumbnails with my face on it going, oh! True Seeker says, comment to promote the channel. I must admit, since you've been talking about use cases and news, I really watch more. And maybe for the dark humor, keep it up. Not only is it dark humor, but it's very naughty humor. Thinking of naughty? Well, guess what? Bad jobs means juicy crypto. For real. And you'll know why here very shortly. Bitcoin's in at 98,582. ETH is 2743. ETH is still a laggard in this whole thing. Sol getting close to that 200 mark, while BNB's at 583, ADA at 73, XP at 246. We're going to talk a lot about XRP price. Why? We're seeing a little mini pump-a-roni, lowercase p, everyone. And I'm also going to ask you, are we going to be able to hold on to juicy price action through the Super Bowl weekend? Or are gamblers and people going to be too focused on the Super Bowl? Speaking of, listen to this. ESPN social media accounts hacked with meme coin ads. So why would they hack ESPN right now? Well, because you got the Super Bowl action coming up, right? So they're totally attacking things that are hot, spicy, naughty, and relevant. Shortly after 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, multiple ESPN social media accounts posted a curious advertisement for a cryptocurrency dubbed ESPN. The posts, which touted the meme coin as the official ESPN token, were made on ESPN's College Game Day verified Instagram accounts as well as ESPN's Facebook page. The future of fan engagement starts now. You like that voice? As it turns out, the ESPN coin was not real. Well, I mean, yeah, it was a real coin, but it was a total rug and not associated with ESPN at all. And guess what? Yep, it was wrong. So just be careful out there, because as crypto is staying hot and juicy, hackers, scammers, thieves, and scumbags are going to try to steal your crypto. Dude, we've seen the SEC get hacked. We saw McDonald's get hacked, and they were all promoting junk meme coins. Bitcoin immediately rebounds and knocks at 100,000, crypto in the green, as U.S. job data slower in January of 2025. Now, a lot of you out there are going to be like, bro, bad jobs report. That's bad for the market, isn't it? No, it's not. You'll know why here shortly, and this is why I'm going to earn the sub from you today. The assets struggled to regain momentum as investors waited key economic data from the U.S. Labor Department. However, once the jobs report was released, BTC spiked nearly 3%, and we saw the rest of the crypto market follow suit. The price surge followed reports that the U.S. economy added 143,000 jobs in January, falling short of the expected 170,000. So essentially what happens is this: weak jobs, okay? So what happens with weak jobs? Jerome Powell goes, oh, so the consumer doesn't have as much money. They don't have as much oomph. And if jobs are weak, that means I don't have to keep rates as high for as long, which helps us out, because then that puts pressure on Jerome Powell to lower rates, which is great for crypto, because if you want to build crypto, if you want utility, adoption, and stuff like that, it costs money. And with rates coming down, it means these players out there, especially venture capitalists, oh, we'll be able to enjoy lower rates. It also means that people like you and I, lower home loans, lower car loans, home equity lines of credit, credit card rates, that all goes down when the Fed lowers rates. So as the job market softens, Jerome Powell doesn't have to put his foot on our necks. Safe word of the day? Well, it's the same safe word all the time. Asparagus, asparagus, asparagus. And yeah, you have to say it 3 times just in case you mess up, and like say it once. Like, oh baby, don't asparagus. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And she's like, hey, what? No, you got to say it 3 times. All right, more good news about crypto power. Coinbase CEO says exchange now rivals US banks and Wall Street giants. Ooh. Coinbase has expanded beyond its roots as a crypto exchange, positioning itself as a major player in traditional finance. According to Brian Armstrong, the CEO, customer asset holdings now rival some of the largest institutions. Here is a number that is going to blow your mind, and I kind of think it's a little bit of a clever play. Armstrong revealed that if Coinbase were classified as a bank, it would be the 21st largest in the country, managing 420 billion in assets. Well done, kind sir. What he left out was 420 billion 69 million. Meanwhile, compared to brokerage firms, the exchange would rank eighth in the nation, surpassing Wall Street giants in terms of assets under management. You're seeing banks definitely feel the threat now from these crypto exchanges, which is going to do what? Put pressure on the banks to what everyone start offering and holding crypto. And now that the banks are going to be getting the positive word from the FDIC here very shortly, guess what? They're going to be getting into crypto. Great news today. Let's go even further. Stablecoins account for 90% of the use of crypto in Brazil. Stablecoins, that was another thing that was brought up during the meeting, right, with David Sachs, was saying, hey, we think we can get stablecoins knocked out real quick here. Speaking at a bank for international settlements in Mexico City, Gallup said that digital asset use in Brazil has surged in the last 3 years, according to a report by Reuters. Gallup said 90% of the crypto use in the country can be linked to stables. So stables for payments seems like to be the juice. So now we got to start getting into, okay, what's going to be the use cases for our favorites, right? XRP, HBAR, XLM, and all that kind of stuff. And that's why it tied into the first story, okay, about the jobs thing. Because as rates come down, the venture capital players will want to be able to spend more money building crypto products that we can all use. You want even more good news? Of course. Why? Because it's Happy fucking Friday, everyone. A third of all US banks, US states now exploring BTC and crypto for public funds. Golf clap. Golf clap. Utah stands out as the state with the closest potential implementation. The bill would authorize the allocation of 5% to qualifying digital assets. Not mentioning BTC specifically, love it. Of the 50 US states, 16 have ongoing legislative considerations in varying statuses. The state's blockchain and digital innovation amendments bill was passed and recommended by the third reading by the Economic Development and Workforce Services Committee in the House. I'm talking about Utah. All right, so again, we're doing this at different phases and at different time frames. You're going to have companies, countries, and states all getting into crypto, adding their strategic reserves at different times. For those of you that live outside of the United States, and for those of you that live in the United States and are unaware, even the stuff that goes through like state houses, state senates, state assemblies, and so forth, this stuff takes time. I think if that's the one frustrating thing for all of us, none of this stuff is happening quickly enough. And trust me, I'm with you right there. I really do view the United States as the Titanic, unable to steer away from the old iceberg. Even though they know it's coming, they sure as hell can't steer away. So it's going to take some time. But you're seeing a whole bunch of players out there wanting to add crypto to their books. And we're talking about states. And these states have huge, huge funds. I mean, we're talking billions and billions and billions of dollars. And you're talking about multiple states here. So, yeah, it's going to be happening. It just takes time. So I understand the frustration, but that's why I bring you the news, whether it's good or bad, happy or sad, so that you can make the best decision regarding your crypto. All right, something I wanted to share with you. Look at this. Nothing is in the green right now for crypto over the last 7 days. So don't feel bad that, oh, XRP is down, oh, Doge is down, oh, Avalanche is down. No, don't feel bad. The entire market has pulled back here quite heavily over the last 7 days from the peaks, right? We went from Sunday Bloody Sunday to a rebound to being pushed right back down when what? When the crypto conference was a little blah. Okay, now let's specifically look at XRP. And before we do that though, look at the volume. Still holding strong, 124 billion. Happy with that. XRP volume up 20% to 9.2 billion. Look, see a little pumperoni this morning, right? Lowercase p. Lowercase p pumperoni. Come on now, everyone. I bring this up because if you missed yesterday's video, and don't worry, I'll have it linked at the end of this one. I did a late night one. Why? Because I love y'all. Yesterday's video talked about ETF players out there buying XRP specifically from exchanges. That is massive news because if they buy it from Ripple, they can buy it over the counter, which does what? Doesn't help the price at all. But when they buy it from exchanges, it's kind of like you and I buying from exchanges, right? Supply and demand. So now imagine our bags versus the size of the bank bags. And if the bank bags get in with their ETFs and all that stuff that they're issuing, oh baby, that's good for us. Now let's take a look here at the pairings. You're going to see massive amounts of volume coming from Upbit, XRP Korean won pairing at 1.2 billion, followed very closely by Binance's 1 billion. Let's give you a real quick comparison here, okay? Let's bring up XLM up on the screen. Now look at the volume, 388 million with XLM. One pairing from a Korean exchange is 4 times the volume of XLM. That's why you're seeing so many more players in the XRP ETF world jump in. And remember, as those ETF players start buying XRP, they're going to be buying it from exchanges, which helps us. Now let's zoom on into those candlesticks and we're going to go to the 15-minute here. Why? Because trust me, if it takes you more than 15 minutes to get the job done, you ain't doing it right. Right, ladies? Comment down below. Little overpromise, under-deliver. When my man says, yo, I'm going to rock your world for an hour, and he gives you 5 minutes of what? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Let's zoom in here specifically to this move because this is where my alerts went off. I had my alert set for 250, and then when I got the alerts this morning, I was like, oh, let's figure out what happened. You could see 1, 2, 3 candlesticks right here, right at that 253, 254 mark. We couldn't hold it. Now, do you notice these green candlesticks right here? That's from the release of the jobs report. So even the other cryptos out there outside of BTC react to the jobs report. Remember, bad jobs report, good for us because it means what? Jerome Powell can lower rates faster because the economy is softening. A strong economy means what? We've got a lot of money. We can keep rates higher for longer. So now that we got to that point, you could see we pushed back down here and we're trying to find out where the new zone is. The new zone since we got economic data. Now, what do we got? We got CPI data coming out here in a few days. The cool thing with that is this. If CPI data comes in juicy, you're going to see more green candlesticks up on the screen because it's going to put further pressure for Jerome Powell to lower rates in March. There is no Fed meeting in February. It's happening in March. So now what am I looking at? All right. I've got my low warning set right here. You see these candlesticks right here. You could totally tell where we started getting a little bit of short-term floor action. I've got my low candlestick set right at that 226 mark. High mark, like I said, I'm going to keep holding it at 255. We saw what happened right here. We got pushed back down. All right, 226 low, 255 on the high. Volume is good, and you can see exactly when the volume happened. Look at the big candlesticks right here at the bottom of my screen. That all happened during the jobs data. See what I'm saying? The market is still moving to macros, and I understand the frustration. Bro, I wish it was better, but we still have to zoom out and be like, look, we're still doing really, really good with everything. We're still really strong compared to we've been for over the last year. And also, we've got a lot more good news to come. In fact, think about this, okay? Look at the bull run of 2021, 2022. Yeah, we've surpassed that quite easily, right? And we still got more good news to come. In less than 100 days, we're going to get regs passed through the House and the Senate. Awesome. What else are we getting? We're probably going to get some case resolution here soon because the SEC is totally revamping their policies. In fact, I shared a story with you that said, guess what? Utility tokens are going to be getting some reprieve from the SEC. So you've got all these good things coming up. You got the XRP ETF players that are going to be buying from the exchanges directly, and that's in their 19B-4 filings. So that's official. They get approved, yeah, they're buying from the exchanges, and that's all good news for us. So, poop sandwich, Sunday Bloody Sunday, of course. A little bit of scariness when we get down to 177, of course. But you know what? It gave y'all an opportunity out there to buy low and stack, right, at a discount. But let me know what your thoughts are on XRP's price, and if you feel optimistic, pessimistic, or simply don't give an F. All right, so we got a good jobs report. Well, not good. Good for us in the crypto world. Bad for us if you're a worker, because obviously less new jobs is not a good thing for us. But it's awesome because it puts more pressure on Jerome Powell to lower rates. And we've seen how the global markets, the crypto markets, react quite heavily to US macroeconomic news. Now, that being said, we got CPI data. We get CPI data coming down because think we've had a few months now where it's been rising, which means we're paying more faster, right? It's accelerating it. We start seeing that thing kind of bump back down. Then we put a little twist on Jerome's arm. Then all of a sudden we get a juicy CPI data in March. Then we've got lots of pressure on Jerome to what everyone to lower rates. And that's what the market is reacting to very heavily right now. Macro news. When did all of a sudden we see the sell off with BTC and the rest of the crypto market? When we started having the whole tariff war thing, right? Again, more global macros, right? The flow of money across the globe. Rates, same thing. Macros, flow of money. Jobs, same thing. Macros, flow of money. So macros are still ruling the roost in this market. And that's why you see those green candlesticks, because the market's reacting to those macros. Now, in terms of XRP price, I got to be honest with you, not worried at all because the market in crypto has always been very optimistic and maybe a bit too optimistic. You always hear, oh, we're going to go to 10,000 here, 500. It's all these kind of weird price predictions. And the market's always expecting action like right now because that's what crypto is, right? We can move money with crypto right now. But the traditional markets and governments out there don't move fast. In fact, it's going to take some time for the United States to kind of do their thing. It's going to take some time for states within the United States to do their things as well. And it's going to take time for companies to do their things. We just recently had Microsoft vote no to adding BTC to their books. You see what I'm saying? So we're still trying to get players out there to warm up to the crypto idea. We had a company offer crypto insurance for wallets. Freaking awesome. That's something that's going to help with the trust. The ETFs, you're going to be getting that in the next 90 days. You're going to be getting ETF approvals for different things out there. Litecoin, by the way, next one to be approved. They filed theirs all the way back in, I think it was October or November. So they're going to be next on the list for approval. And in fact, the SEC opened it up to the comment period, which basically means, yeah, we're going to approve it. We just want to make sure we give the public an opportunity to comment. So we've got a lot of juicy stuff coming up. But we also have what? We also have high expectations from the crypto market, and I totally understand it. The problem is those expectations, you kind of deal like this: expectation versus reality. Baby, I'm going to give you an hour of action, and you give her 5 minutes. Instead, just do this. Tell her that you're going to rock the shit out of her for 3 minutes and last five. Then you're going to be under promising and over delivering, and that makes happy wife. Happy wife, happy life, happy crypto market. Choo choo, bitches.